Snow White has brutal box office opening weekend, fails to meet expectations despite huge budget. Disney's Snow White remake had estimated budget of $250 million. The bad press surrounding Snow White didn't improve this weekend, as the live-action offering of Disney Classic opened with a lackluster box office haul. Snow White opened in the US and Canada to $43 million in ticket sales, still coming in first place at the domestic box office, according to the studio estimates. The Los Angeles Times reported. It cost an estimated $250 million to make. The movie grossed $44 million overseas for a total global debut of $87 million. By way of comparison to other recent live-action Disney adaptations, The Lion King in 2019 made $191 million in its opening weekend domestically, and Beauty and the Beast in 2017 earned $174 million in its first weekend in the theaters, Forbes reported. The opening weekend was a disappointment, as it was projected as recently as last month to make upwards of 80 and $500 million in its opening weekend, but projections slid downward. Critics have not been kind to the live-action release of Snow White. The film currently has a 44% of Rotten Tomatoes score, meaning the majority of reviews have been negative. A few of the film's controversies stemmed from its star, Rachel Zegler. Fans slammed the actress for a now infamous red carpet interview in which she condemned the plot of the original 1937 Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937 and it was very eventually, so there is a big focus on her love story with a guy who really stalks her. Weird, weird. So we didn't do that this time, Zegler said during Disney's 23 Expo in 2022. Zegler also ranked fans when she posted a profane political post wishing violence on supporters of President Donald Trump. May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace, the actress said on Instagram after Trump's 2024 victory, adding F Donald Trump. She later apologized for her comments. Other controversies included how the movie chose to portray the Seven Dwarfs on screen, and Zegler's anti-Israel advocacy in contrast with Israeli-born co-star Gal Gadot. The hits against Snow White kept coming this past weekend as critics screwed the film's strange progression and stiff acting. What is that? The Snow White is not a made-for-TV movie shot in Burbank, but it's instead a theatrically released feature film that cost upwards of $250 million to make. Oh dear. Vanity Fair chief critic Richard Lawson wrote in his Friday review. Presumably, one of the reasons to bring actors into remakes of animated classics would be to add a warm-blooded pulse to these characters. Zegler managed that, but everyone else in Snow White, mortal or CGI, is as stiff as could be, the Associated Press said about the film.